Hello, good evening, students. Today's transcription number back of 89 on the speed of 100 words per minute. Start. Then the board constituted in this way should be asked to elect its chairman. If this procedure is adopted, then the government can see that no big grower is elected to the chairmanship. In that case, only a man who can command a majority in the board will be elected, and that man will see to it that justice is done to all the interests concerned. But here the government, in the name of asking over control of the industry, wants to bureaucratize the whole industry. I don't think that by bureaucratizing the board, the government will be able in any way to help the industry to develop or to bring about better working conditions for the labor. One member in the select committee said that no representation should be given to labor. That is the attitude of the growers. That is the attitude generally of all employers in this country. But is it just on their part to deny representation to labor as well as to the consumers? Certainly, the rights of these people should be recognized out personally. I don't think that by merely giving representation to labor on the board, the government can do justice to labor. It is true that the minister in the select committee, as well as in his reply to the debate in the other house, said that the working conditions of labor were very pitiable and deplorable and should be improved. Sir, there was also a petition sent to the Lok Sabha by the employees of the coffee house recommending to the house that their petition should be considered. The employers deny the rights of the workers, and they say that they have made all efforts to develop the industry in all these 13 years. At whose cost? It is at the cost of the workers by paying them low wages. They have made a huge profit, which is expressed in the reply of Mr. Radcliffe to a question of the Honourable Minister for Commerce and Industry, that he had been distributing a dividend of 13.5% in 1 year. In 1 year, he had given 20% dividend, in another year 27%, and in yet another year he gave 19% to his shareholders. At the same time, this big dividend is after deducting the expenses including depreciation, taxation, reserve fund, and reserve fund to capital invested. Apart from all these, they have made a net profit so as to distribute an average dividend at 13.5%. Can anybody imagine that such an industry should be allowed to distribute this high dividend at the cost of the poor labor who actually produced this profit? Certainly, at the cost of the poor labor and the people they have got this profit. The coffee houses are getting coffee at the rate of rupees 210 per hundredweight. At the same time, how do they sell coffee there?